Football here in the Midwest as we are at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Mariota going to put it up right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run here with a rookie. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Play action now. Mariota. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mariota now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Now Remigio. 43 yards on the punt, a 7-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because They handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now a 2nd and 2. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
3rd and 9 here. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Washington.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Mariota. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Jalen Watson dropped him defensively.
2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Again, it's Krosky Merritt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That one caught by Rice. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. Yeah, he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll drop this off to Pacheco. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Washington as they come up 1st and 10. Right up the middle, Krosky Barrett. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
This 2nd and 4. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
is caught. They find some open field here. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw, Mariota. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line.
Washington first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a first and 10. Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Now Mariota. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
A 25-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9. just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. That time on the run pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
That'll be caught by Rice. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The tight end in motion right. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. That flag, that'll push him back 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Commanders' offense set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Mariota. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
To throw is Mariota. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Well, their first two drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Mariota now. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Now Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
27-yard line.
Quick throw going to be caught by Worthy. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Mahomes now to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Michael Dana. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. A little juke. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd down and 8. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Mahomes going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the 2nd half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. Looking to put a drive together. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw.
Ariana's pass. Complete to Deebo Samuel. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Mariota. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far. And that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And now a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Mariota. Pass caught, it's Lane with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the slot man goes in motion left. They just get the play off. Now Mariota throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lane. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw Mariota. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Michael Dana, his 2nd sack of the night. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing, Mariota. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Marcus Mariota, 22 yards. And the Commanders get a bit closer.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Handoff now for Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Daron Payne who got in there to make the play.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Washington offense heading out. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing is Mariota. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mariota. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid game.
Give to Krosky merit. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A give right side for Pacheco. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Now that's a killer because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now here's Mahomes. Now he's got it. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Punt. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche.
Touchdown! Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Washington offense set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 20.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Mariota. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Lane. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
To throw is Mariota. There's a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Krosky-Barrett going to try and push his way in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Mariota. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Nifty
juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
That's a gain of 6.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Mariota. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Mariota to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mariota now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
extra point by Bunker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 24.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun, Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here's Mariota. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Now Mahomes. And this pass caught by Gray. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.